From recruiting and consulting firm Riderflex, I'm your host, Steve Urban, and here is your Riderflex podcast episode of the day. On today's episode of the Riderflex podcast, do yourself a favor as a manager, as a leader, as a CEO, as a business owner, get rid of poisonous employees quickly. Even I forget this sometimes. You know, I've been a manager for a long time. I'm 53 years old. I've been managing people since basically I was 18 years old. I was talking to a client the other day. They were asking me for some advice on an employee who used to be really good, but just turned negative, and then started to kind of poison the rest of the people on the team and talk negatively about the company. And, they were looking for advice from me on what to do. And I told them this. I said, look, here's the deal. Most of the time, once an employee starts to, turn negative and start spewing poison, most of the time, it's not repairable. I got to be honest. It's just not repairable. It's hard for them to come back from that. Not every time, but most of the time, it's not repairable. Now, two things I'd suggest you do. Try to find out what happened so that you can learn from it as a manager, right, or as a leader. Because there's probably some takeaways in there. There's probably something you could have done better as a leader, maybe. So try to, learn something from it. That's number one. Number two, get rid of them. Assuming it's not repairable, which most of the time it's not. Keep in mind, if they've gotten so negative that they've started to kind of poison the rest of the team or try to poison the rest of the team, like that's not somebody you want in the group, right? So anyway, the summary is this. Three things, I guess. Once they go negative and they start to be poisonous, it's really hard to recover from that. Most of the time, they don't. Try to find out what happened. Try to learn something from it is number two. And number three, get rid of them as fast as possible. And there is your Riderflex tip of the day. If you think today's tip or guest interview can help someone you know, please share this with them. If you've enjoyed today's episode, please subscribe to our channel and hit the like button. If you're listening on YouTube, don't forget to hit that little bell next to the subscribe button so you can be notified when we release a new episode. Our show features entrepreneurs, business executives, and the stories behind how they got there, as well as daily tips on career advice and job interviews. You can visit riderflex.com to learn more about us and get information on the recruiting and consulting services we provide. Thanks so much for listening and have a great day.